All right, right off the bat, I want to make sure people understand when I'm talking about getting into the flow here, I'm not talking about a simple 3-step process that allows you to have that wonderful mythical getting into the zone experience that me, High Chick Sent Me High, has spent volumes exploring and explaining. And if you haven't read any of his stuff about getting into flow and your daily life and activities, check it out. Great stuff. When I'm talking about getting into flow, I'm talking about getting into the place you need to be at mentally, physically, and emotionally to get done what's in front of you. And that may lead to a greater state of flow. And you have a higher chance and probability of that happening. But this is really all about, all right, boom, game on. I'm not where I want to be, but I got to get there. Whether that is as a parent, whether it's on the job, or whether it's some social gathering. You're like, boom, I need to be there and I'm not. How do I do that? Well, it's been my experience that it's generally because your brain is in one of two states. Either it's stressed out or it is underwhelmed, right? So you just woke up and you're like, how do I get there? Or your brain is somewhere else and it doesn't want to be where it needs to be right now. How do I get into that flow? How do I get into that performance state? Even for athletes, right? Getting ready to shoot those free throws, or whatever. What is the kind of the check system of things that, again, I can control to help get me to where I want to be? And it's really manipulating the big three, as we've talked about. And we do that by first addressing our physiology. Now, again, these recommendations, I'm assuming you're healthy, you don't have any joint or cardiac issues, all right? So you start off with a minute of high intensity activity. Just get up and start doing some jump squats. Boom, boom, up and down, push-ups, burpees, jumping jacks, whatever you want. Get all those muscles moving. Why? Because that high intensity for that minute is going to be enough to get your heart rate up, get your muscles firing and moving. You shouldn't be breaking a sweat, all right? Get it all going, and that's going to then get your brain and your body releasing a bunch of wonderful neurotransmitters and hormones that are going to help flush out anything that doesn't need to be there and help bring everything where you want. You're creating basically, some people call it the stress response. I call it a focal response. You're raising a number of the biochemicals that your brain needs to be where it wants. Then we actually flip it and bring it down. So then we go and we get into static back, or if we're sitting somewhere and we do 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing. So we calm down that nervous system, right? And we're using that then 5 minutes to check in with our self-talk and to see, is our self-talk derailing us? Do we need to reframe something about the situation we're about to get into? Or do we need to bring our focus where it needs to be? It doesn't need to be over here. That's done. Boom, I'm here. Whatever it may be. But your brain and your nervous system are going to be a better place to where that needs to be. This whole sequence, 5-10 minutes, the more you do it, the easier it's going to be. I talked about the sports side of things, right? If you're playing a particularly high intensity sport, your brain is already going to be up there. Then you just skip automatically. As soon as your breath starts controlled and focused coming from the diaphragm, your brain goes, oh, I know where we're going. We're going to that nice relaxed place. And it jumps and skips there, right? In the same way that your brain, when it hears music, can either take you to somewhere wonderful with some fond memories, or it can take you to the worst breakup of your life, right? Just like that, those associations, you can create those same association triggers with your breath to help bring you to where you need to be in a game state, in a life state, just like that. But it takes practice. Again, these tools that we're going over, they're really an outline of recipes that you can put together in different situations that work because you've done some practice outside of that. Okay? This isn't a AAA emergency card. This isn't a 911 prayer hotline. Okay? All of these tools work because you've done the work beforehand. They're anchors that help you Remind yourself when life is taking you here, there, and everywhere. Boom. Okay, this is what I need to do. Doom, doom, doom. It's a recipe. It's a recipe that works by telling you, pull these ingredients together, and this is the outcome you're going to get. So, if you're looking to get into flow and you're either feeling underwhelmed or overwhelmed, remember the three-step process. Bump up your physiology with some quick high-intensity activity. Downregulate your overall nervous system with some good diaphragmatic breathing, and then check in with your self-talk. Reframe things where you need to be, and go get it. So if you are watching this at hanktogrow.com, look down. You will find a quick little cheat sheet, whether it's a JPEG that you download to your phone or a PDF that you want to print out, whatever works best for you. It's there. Goes over this tool. So it's a quick reference so that when you need it, boom, you can access it and start working it and implementing it into your life. If you're watching this somewhere else, maybe just at YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, wherever, then sneak on over to hanktogrow.com. Check out the Joby Toolbox link and get all the cheat sheets you need and a bunch of other great information while you're there.